That's the only way it has to be destroyed, because it can't be brought up. Because if you think, okay, oh, why this gonna stop? The Most High still got more lands that's gonna come up when those missiles hit. But right now, you think this is small because it's gonna be broken apart. But this is a big, thick spirit that everybody in this festive mood at this time are festive, but they don't. A lot of them don't understand, and a lot of them do understand, you know, because that's that pagan worship. Because you know they got this goddamn temple out here now, you know, about that satanic temple. Yeah, it's. I bet you they had a festival, you know what I mean? They said in the Feast of Blood, because they would eat men's flesh. They were cannibals also, man. You
know what's funny, Ox? It's like when me and the brother walked around Detroit. I don't see how they ever considered this place to be a Christian nation, man. How? How?
Because you got
every symbol, everything. I mean, you lay in it, play that. It's all Masonic. It's all Illuminati. It's all Satan worship. How the hell did you guys ever say this was a Christian nation?
The same way Constantine said it was a Christian religion. You know, when he put all that paganism in it.
Right. Yeah, that was just the underlay for the overplay. Because the so-called white man is the Janus god of Rome, man. He got two faces. You know, one face is the truth, but it actually he's a two-sided coin. One face is the truth, but it's hidden, and the other face is a lie, but it's shown openly to everybody. You know, so he used Christianity basically to conquer the world.
You got a person.
It's right in their face, man.
All right, so now let's answer the brother's question. Can you get numbers 15, 38, and 38? Yeah. And then I'm gonna show you something. So he asked about the garments, right? So the reason why we wear the garments like this is because that was our ancient tradition. You know, if you go back all the way, there's a picture right here. I typed in biblical clothing on Wikipedia, and it says, in a rare depiction of Hebrew clothing, King Jehu, or possibly Jehu's ambassador, kneels at the feet of Shalmaneser III on the black obelisk. Now see if you can get that.
Yeah, I get it.
You got it?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
See, that shows our garments. That's you know, showing how we used to dress. You know, we had the long garments. See, all this Levi jeans and all that. That's all new. We always have flowing garments, even way back. All the nations did. Now, if you look in the Middle East, they still wear garments. You know, even in India, they wear garments. Afghanistan and in Asia, they wear garments. You know, that's because you ain't supposed to be, jeans restrict you, really.
Like the monks still wear the garment.
Yeah, you're supposed to be unrestricted, man. You're supposed to be free flowing. You know, so we wore these garments, and you know, you could do anything at any time. You got a preset?
This is numbers.
Okay. You got it now. Go ahead.
This is numbers 15 and 37.
And this is why on our garments we all have fringes. You know, clean fringes, Nate. Fuck you. And the border of blue.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they should make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
That's why you see the so-called Native Americans always had the fringes. Mexicans had the fringes, you know, because that's how you know our people, because the fringes.
When you go down to Mexico, you see they had sombreros. And they had that big ass poncho, and they had a little ass thing like this, you know.
Just look at the first video with the
ancient Aztecs and them Incas and Mayans.
That wasn't even a
They still kept some of those traditions, but they was going off. But they still kept some of those traditions.
Bedspread.
All right, go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringes of the borders a ribbon of blue, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
See, because these fringes are so many, you know, supposed to represent the 613 commandments. Many of them. You know, you're supposed to always keep the Lord in remembrance.
And do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye use to go a-whoring.
Right.
That ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your power. I am the Lord your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your power. I am Yahweh your power.
Yeah, see, they're just not for looking sexy, you know what I mean, out here. For garments, you know.
Right.
Yeah, but in the kingdom, though, we gonna see the apparel that you wear now is crap compared to what we're gonna have in the kingdom.
Well, shit,
our clothing in the kingdom is gonna be so damn wonderful. Everything is gonna be hand stitched, handcrafted,
like
embroidered.
back in the ancient days, man.
Yep.
You see all the pomp and shit when they would do the king of England and crap like that,
and all his
all
royal
the emeralds
pomposity.
and shit.
You know, we're gonna have our women stitching our garments up to the T. I mean, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good, bro.
And leave the chest open a little bit,
good.
baby.
Right.
You're gonna have some real poofy pantaloons, man, with gold flake.
You got something?
You're gonna have one of those hats like those Moors used to wear in them old pictures with the Moors.
Big old feather, man. You're gonna have a big feather coming out your hat, okay? Ain't no pimp gonna have the size feather you had coming out your hat.
Did he go to the border with blue?
Yeah, no,
Right.
we ain't about. Yeah, keep reading. Let's talk about the border of blue. Yeah, we ain't gonna wear no hats because you're not supposed to have your head covered. That hat, I forget where the hat come from. I heard it before, but it escapes me. But that's a modern custom. We're not supposed to be wearing hats.
You know what's funny? Is even like an Indian headdress is open.
Yeah.
It doesn't cover their whole head like that.
Yep, the mitri. Yep. That's the only type of hat we wore with the pineal gland open.
You know that soft spot with the baby hair? That's for your spirit. That's for your spirit. That's for your spirit.
It already
enters into your body, right? Right there. You see a baby hair, soft spot. You heard about that before? Have you ever heard of soft spot on child? Yeah, that's all. And that's for your body. Your spirit is up in your head, right here. So when you die, you don't cold because you're warm, right? Because it's a flame of fire. And when you leave your body, you get cold. So when you go back to the spirit, so that's how you get cold. Right.
And that's why you're supposed to leave it open so the Lord can send his signal through your pineal gland.
It's like an antenna.
Yep, like an antenna. Yep. You got any other questions?
Hey, in that cartoon X-Men with Juggernaut, he was actually at his weakest when he took his
The helmet off?
Right.
Yeah. That's right.
I don't like that right here.
Yeah, not here. We'll smoke.
I don't smoke on bed.
We'll smoke that. This is
right?
This is the back of the brother said. This Deuteronomy 22:12, it says, and thou shalt make thee fringes. Thou shalt make thee fringes upon the four quarters of thy vesture when thou coverest thyself. So the garment has to be, well, mine is backwards, but it's 4/4 of your garment. So that's it's and a border of blue that we get there.
Yeah, it got the border of blue, but I'll read it again though.
Hey, but you look at IUIC, they have T-shirts with fucking. I seen a brother with tank top with fringes on them.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But in Revelation said Yahweh Shai, what did it say? Did it say he had a garment down to his waist?
Right.
Did it say he had a T-shirt?
It was belly button.
Like Will Smith when him and Carlton was doing the little dance and shit. And he had on the fucking belly top.
Oh yeah,
with, hanging from it and shit. That's made in
What's
history, man.
IUIC's name? The Atlanta name?
On fire shit.
Hey, y'all gonna be the naval prophets.
Naval prophets.
Naval. Hey, this is our Numbers 15:38. Speaking to the children of Israel and bid them that they make fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generation, and that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue.
Ribbon of blue. And that's part of the covenant, so you members of the covenant.
That represents the covenant, right?
That's what that is. Yep. And so you remember, okay, that's the covenant.
This is Revelations 11:3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, that they shall prophesy 1,260 days clothed in sackcloth. And that's the reason why we come out here and we prophesy in these garments that you see right now with the fringes on it and the ribbon of blue. You know, because we're representing those two servants, 2 witnesses, which is Judah, representing the southern kingdom, and Israel, you know, representing the northern kingdom. Those are the two witnesses in the Most High Heavenly
Now,
Father.
technically, you're supposed to wear these. You're supposed to wear these at all times. But the scriptures say, "Don't be over righteous," and you look, you know, to everybody else, you look stupid as hell.
Stupid.
Because I had people find out about this, you know, what I do at my job, and these motherfucking Edomites was like, "What you doing wearing that smock?" You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I almost went off on him, but
I mean,
you can't wear these everywhere. You know, that's why it says the clothing sackcloth, because we are here prophesying.
Right.
That's why we wear it when we prophesy.
we had
This is my Ninja Turtle
Hebrew attire though. We had Hebrew attire, like we had a sackcloth, you know, for the prophets and whatnot, right? And then the nation of Israel. Then you had the priests, and they had apparel too, you know, the priestly apparel. But you also have regular apparel. You see what I'm saying? Like your standard apparel. So you know, they do have some places where people, you know, like you see the Islam, the Muslims, they women be, you know, they do got places where you can do that if you want to be like, hey, that's your, you know, that's what they say, that's what roll your boat, you know, that's what you want to do, you know. But as far as us, that's how we look at it, you know, at a spiritual aspect, you know what I'm saying?
And yeah, it is a spiritual aspect, and also the fact that we're out here prophesying in these rough garments is a sign.
Yeah.
It represents that that, you know, we're the prophets of the Lord, and it also puts a distinction between those people that are up there in those churches preaching. Hey, this is Zechariah 13:4. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophet shall be ashamed every one of his vision. When he have prophesied, neither shall they wear a rough garment to deceive." Because there was once upon a time when you had false prophets in Israel that they would wear these kind of garments also. But the Lord took it away from them so that they wouldn't wear these garments. Now, what are they wearing? They're wearing that gay apparel, the three-piece suit and tie with the matching cufflinks, you know, looking very sharp.
Your scriptures talk about that.
Also, you had certain women amongst Israel, like those fake ass ladies that are up in the churches right now. They'll have on the dresses with the thick shoulder pads on. That's a custom that they've been doing for a long time. Ezekiel the 13th chapter talks about that.
Yeah, no. But I was gonna go into something because in the scripture in Revelation it say, "Blessed is he who keep his garment." They weren't talking about because you always got on the garment of fringes. It was talking about blessed is he keep their garment spiritually. You see what I'm saying? So that's where it go back to Numbers 15, talking about the covenant and the law. You know.
Hey, this is Ezekiel 13:16. It says, "To wit, the prophets of Israel which prophesy concerning Jerusalem, and which see visions of peace for her, and there is no peace, saith the Lord power, saith Yahweh power. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which prophesy out of their own heart, and prophesy thou against them. And say, thus saith the Lord, woe to the women that sew pillows to all armholes, and make kerchiefs upon the head of every stature to hunt souls. Will you hunt the souls of my people, and will you save the souls of lives that come unto you?" Because you got a bunch of women that's in the churches that's prophesying. They got those hats on, those different gay garments to deceive, man, to make it seem like they're holy. And then they always want to save everybody. Everybody is blessed according to them, and they're trying to save alive those that the Lord has cursed.
Well, you know, just like a lot of these churches, what this brother's saying, you said in 1995, you're saved.
Yeah.
You know, it just cost you a $20 bill, man. You go on your way to heaven. So
you got a blessing coming.
This is just to go with us. We bring this verse out live, but we do because we creatures of habit, and you know, Jake needs to be told over and over and over again.
Hey, Esau does that. Keep putting the same.
Yeah, he got the same vibe out there too, over and over again. How you think he would condition? So he knows that. But this is 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. "For I think that God has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, unto angels, and to men." And that's what we were just talking about the brothers. You know, this is my Jedi outfit. That's his Ninja Turtle outfit. Cause we made a spectacle, you know what I mean? They like to laugh at us, to get a good time, man. And we really close to the circus square, so I guess we're in a good place, you know?
But you know, that's all they got. That's all the scoffers can say about us is that I look like a Ninja Turtle. He looked like a Jedi. They can't get us on the scriptures. They can't get us on the scriptures. So they gotta, you know, go to the clothing. You know, that's like, what happens.
Take
like what was my man's the guy that you don't even see no more? The fucking the black conscious guy, Sarasun Seti and shit.
Yeah.
You got on a dress with Timberlands.
Cocaine.
Right.
Dress with Timberlands. He was talking about Nazi because they were doing a debate. But they can't get you on the screen, not trying to big up Nazi and say that he's deep or anything.
And he had a white mustache.
You know, yeah. He represent, because he surnamed himself an Israelite. He's representing Israel. You know, so they're trying to come against Israel because of what they're wearing.
Sarasun said he Mr. I'm in love with the cocoa.
Got on a dress with Timberlands.
Mr. White Mustache.
Mr. I'm in love with the cocoa. Talking about, as long as you work out, you can sniff coke.
Got milk. Yeah, man, I met that guy, man, because he's from Detroit and shit. You know, he had came into my store, man. That nigga was like this tall, man.
This was last year, right?
Yeah. He was like this tall and shit.
When all the shit was popping off, when this shit was going on.
And where is he now? Where you at now?
There you go.
Question my scholarship.
Oh, he was saying that he was a teacher at a school and shit too, man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I bet he ride the short bus.
Yeah.
This is what we spoke about. This is Leviticus, First Corinthians 11:5. Let's talk about the women. It says, but every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head. Now, who she dishonored? Her man is her head. She dishonored her man, you know, because I can go to verse 3. Let me go to verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, which is Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushua is the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Man, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonored his head, which is Yahushua. It says, but every woman that prayeth or prophesies with her head uncovered, dishonored her head, for this is even all one as if she were shaven. So, you know, because a woman should have her hair flowing. So it's a dishonor if she doesn't have her.
If I may say something, and that's the reason why we're not going to wear hats in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Because we're not going to dishonor our head, which is the Most High Heavenly Father.
That's right.
Which is His Son, then the Most High
You know,
Heavenly
GPS all day, man.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And a lot of people do that for the simple fact that they actually try to hide from the Lord. You know?
Yep. People wear glasses and shit, trying to cover their eyes up. You know. The eye is a window to the soul. When you cover your eyes up, you telling a lot. When you don't want nobody to see you in the eye, you telling a lot about yourself.
Yeah, that's like when someone's talking to you, but they always turning their head. You know, they can't look at you eye to eye.
Yep.
You know, you can't. You probably were told that as a child growing up. Never trust anybody that can't look you in your eye.
Or somebody that winks at you with the eye, a winker. Don't trust that because they're always trying to wink.
Yeah.
They can do something behind the scenes, man.
Because I remember when I first woke up, I was raging outwards at everybody. And one of the guys that I worked with, he came down and he saw me reading the Bible, and he asked me, he was like, oh, so you're into the Bible now, huh? And he was like, you go to church a lot? And I was like, no, I don't feel like giving all my money to the wicked. It's not really something I feel like doing. He's like, well, what about the tithing? You have to tithe to the churches. And I was like, I don't think that's how it is, but I looked through and I couldn't bring it out. Like, I couldn't find it. What's the real law on tithing? Like, what is it?
Jacob.
Well, you tithe. When you tithe, the Lord gave us that tithe to give into the Levites, which were priests over Israel. Hold on, because he gave a portion unto all of the other 12 tribes. He gave a portion unto all of the other tribes, but the Levites was his portion. So they didn't have a piece of land. Their inheritance was the Most High Heavenly Father. So it was up. The Lord commanded all of the other tribes of Israel to give unto them 10%. Which goes all the way back, though, to Abraham and Melchizedek.
That was their
because
inheritance.
Abraham gave Melchizedek, which was a priest, 10%.
Hey, let's grab that. Hebrews.
When you go into the book of Leviticus, you can read a lot on that. It tells you, establishes the laws as far as offerings, as far as peace offerings, sins offerings, offerings for the priests, and also in that, also when tithing. See, people just get it misconstrued. They think tithing is all about the church, as far as the priest. It's about actually the whole nation of Israel. Because when you tithe, you're certain to be a certain amount of beef for the priest, and you have certain amount for they have it for the widows and the fatherless and motherless.
But see, the Levites didn't have the word Levi in the Hebrew. Loya means joined unto me. So the Levites were joined to the Most High because the Most High gave all the tribes land as an inheritance, but not Levi.
What about the building fire?
Right.
But Levi was the Lord's inheritance. So because they didn't get any specific land, like you can't see an ancient map and see the land of Levi. They don't exist. The Levites were in all the different lands because they had to administer the law. You know, like
they were the governors.
So they was in everybody's territory. They was in Simeon's land, Judah's land, Gad's land, telling them the law, showing them the law, so they don't go off.
Right.
You know, so because of that, they were supposed to tithe and give 1/10 of what they earned, their crop and all that, and substance and cattle to the Levites, so they can live. You know, so nowadays, coming up to full speed to now. The Levites, the priests, are the prophets now. So the men that's out there doing, can you give me Luke 10 and 7? Oh yeah, got it. So that's Luke 10 and 7. So the men that's out there prophesying now, beginning with the elders and apostles, Tahar, Gabar, Rimla, Rakar, Tazadak, all of them, you know, they are the ones that's out here preaching. So they're the ones that should get the first part. And then, you know, as it comes down to each camp, you know, you're supposed to, tithing also is, like you said, helping a brother out. If this brother needs some money, then, you know, I go ahead and give it to him. That's tithing also. You know, it doesn't have to just go to one man. It go whoever's in need. And the elders, they get the money and they, you know, help other brothers. When other brothers need a significant amount of money, they call the elders and the elders go to their fund, which other brothers give to them, and they help brothers out.
Yep. Just like going back to the Levites. Like, but when you go into the book of Exodus and Deuteronomy and even in the New Testament, I forget where it says, say to make us, I think it's 1 Peter, I'm not sure, make us a nation of priests. So now whoever set up as over, whoever the Lord sets up, you know what I'm saying, they worthy to reap those carnal things because, you know, they put in that work. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody saying cash out on you know, on your priest or your elders or whatever. But yeah, you do, you know, if you can, you know, you do give, you want to give out of your heart, you know.
I got a precept. This is 1 Corinthians 9, verse 7. It says, who goeth warfare any time at his own charge, who planteth a vineyard and eateth not of the fruit thereof? Or who feedeth a flock and eateth not of the milk of the flock? Say I these things as a man, or saith not the law the same? For it is written in the law of Moses, thou shalt not muzzle the mouth of the ox that treadeth the corn. Doth God take care for oxen?
Keep going.
It says, or saith he it altogether for our sakes, no doubt. This is written, that he that ploweth should plow in hope, and that he that thresheth in hope should be partaker of his hope.
Yeah, the reason that you weren't supposed to muzzle the ox is because when you were planting that seed, you were worried that the ox was going to eat the seed and you wouldn't get no crops. So you didn't have no faith, no hope. So you were supposed to let that beast that was plowing your field eat what he required, doing the work. As he's doing work, he's going to require energy, okay? And then you did that in hope, okay? And that's why this white man, he has no hope in doing anything. That's why he has all these GMOs, because he don't believe in the bounty that the Lord's going to give it. So he's trying to push it and do his own will on crops.
Well, he know he fucked up the land Sabbath, so he already know what's coming to him. Shit. Yeah, the land Sabbath is when you plant crops. You're supposed to plant on that same field for 6 years. And the 7th year, you're supposed to move on to a different plot of land far away and let that heal. Let it heal. Let it breathe for a year. You know, so you don't, because the earth has feelings. You know.
Yeah. Yep. I got apple trees and grapevines and pear trees. The place that I have, right? And this is no shit. For 1 year, I had nothing, didn't I? I had no grapes, I had no apples, no pears. They were gone, and I was tripping because I have them. Then they were gone 1 year, and then they came back again. And these Akim can attest to that. So that was just the earth doing its natural thing, man. I didn't do nothing to intervene. That's just the way the Lord set it up, you know.
See, so these Edomites, they keep growing off the same land all the time. Right. So the land it gives out. It don't have nothing left to give. So all the crops is small.
Burn,
you know.
Burn.
Can I remind
So all of those,
you
go ahead.
Dust Bowl in Oklahoma?
Right.
And that Dust Bowl's coming back, huh?
Right. Okay. You heard that before? The Dust Bowl? Yeah. That's what happened. They over
Agricultural land.
They kept irrigating the land and kept farming the land until the land gave out. And then it was to the point where it was dust clouds came from Oklahoma all the way this way.
And that's
far.
There's no more nutrients in the ground. You could actually make the ground nutrient depleted where nothing can grow.
Right, because it takes time. It takes time to things to
I guarantee you the same thing was happening because the heathens didn't know the customs and the laws of the Most High Heavenly Father. So there were times back before Israel was established as a nation where there was actually famines upon the earth. Like the famine where Joseph had to go into Egypt, you know?
Yeah. All right. Grab that one.
This is verse 11. If we have sown unto you spiritual things, it is a great thing if we shall reap your carnal things.
Right, so the ones that's teaching is teaching spiritual. They sowing spiritual things, hoping that the things of the spirit will grow out of you, you know. So they reap carnal things for the spiritual, and the carnal being the money, you know. Because everybody need money. Money is a defense, as the scriptures say. So you don't love money, you just need it. You know, it does good. You know. You got Luke 10:7. Got something else? Why'd you drop it? I don't know. You got something else?
Yeah, this is about Levi and Melchizedek. This is Hebrews 8. This is Hebrews 7 and 8. And here men that die receive tithes, but there he receiveth them of whom it is witnessed that he liveth. And as I may say, as I may so say, Levi also, who received tithes, paid tithes in Abraham. It says, for he was yet in the loins of his father when Melchizedek met him. If therefore perfection were by the Levitical priest, for under it the people received the law, what further need was there that another priest should rise after the order of Melchizedek and not be called after the order of Aaron?
See, that's going into the Lord, how Yahweh Shai is Melchizedek, but the Levites were the priests, so the Hebrews is saying, why would you need another priest when Levi is already the priest? But the Lord is the high priest, you know, Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, and they said that Levi paid tithes unto Melchizedek while he was in the loins of Abraham.
Yep, that's high. Yep.
So,
another thing too, when you go into the law, I believe it's in Exodus. When you like say when they were establishing Passover, they were saying that all of those strangers, which were Israelites that probably lived outside of the land, which the majority of the story took place, the setting of the story took place. They would come in, so they say if they can't, they have substance, and that's what we have to give to the priest. They can sell that substance. So when people say that you ain't gotta give the priests or whatever, the apostles or elders or whoever you know have over you money, that's false, because they would change that in and for money or whatever, and they would give that. They can also give that to the priesthood too. You know, right. So that's scripture. You know, I can get it for you if you want me to. You know, you want me to?
Because that's if they couldn't make it to Jerusalem. They could sell it, convert it into money instead of a lamb. And stuff like that.
Hey,
But this is
if I may add also, Salakia, hey, the reason that they gave the Levitical priests a 10th part or a tithe was to make because their duty was to make an atonement for the people's sins also.
Yep.
So they'll bring a 10th part, maybe if it was oil or omar or barley, they'll bring it into them, and in return they would perform a sacrifice for them too.
And also, you left us a 10th part for if you in the field, if somebody was poor and an Israelite, you left a 10th. You didn't take everything that you that you farm. You would leave a 10th, at least a 10th of it for the poor to come take. So it's a